Okay, I think we're ready here. Good afternoon to everyone. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you for attending today's event. My name is Kevan Biggs, and I am one of the development partners with RTM Ventures. I'd like to express my gratitude on behalf of the development team for joining us to celebrate this significant milestone for the community. Nearly 108 years ago, the Elex Club was formed. On December 16th of 1916, women employees of General Electric came together to create the Elex Club for fellowship, service, and personal growth. It is in honor of these remarkable working women that we selected the name Elex to represent the second phase of Electric Works. At Electric Works, we are not just building apartments, we are deeply committed to cultivating an inclusive district of innovation, energy, and culture. Our results speak for themselves. Nearly 900 people come to work at 60 businesses at Electric Works each day. It is encouraging to note that these businesses have witnessed significant job growth, reporting over 200 new jobs created in just the last 24 months. Students at AMP Lab are learning about entrepreneurship and collaboration with community partners both on campus and beyond, graduating with college credit from Indiana Tech. And Parkview Health is stepping up to provide a primary and urgent care in a medically underserved area. The Elex is a continuation of our commitment to the community. This nearly $150 million innovation public-private partnership aims to spur economic growth through diverse housing opportunities, expanded childcare, and investment in health and wellness, ultimately enhancing the quality of life in Fort Wayne and Allen County. This public-private partnership includes 296 units of mixed-income housing. Did you know that 1 in 4 residents in Allen County spend more than 30% of their income on housing? Downtown Fort Wayne has seen impressive growth and investment with numerous new apartments coming online, currently or being planned. Our community stands out as the first to offer high-end Class A apartments that also incorporate affordable units, all featuring the same quality finishes and amenities as the market rate apartments. We are incredibly proud to provide housing at Electric Works that reflects the diversity and inclusion that our campus represents. Another important aspect of Phase 2 is our commitment to childcare. We have thoughtfully redesigned our south end of Jackson Street to make it one-way, ensuring easy and safe drop-offs for the childcare. Our early childhood learning education facility will offer 176 seats to meet a crucial community need, as our current program capacity in Allen County only satisfies 53% of the current demand. Another critical statistic that needs our attention involves health and wellness. Allen County ranks among the lowest 25% of U.S. counties in national health indicators. Health and wellness are pivotal at Electric Works. And this commitment is evidenced in Phase 1 through our Parkview Clinic and Pharmacy, as well as the fresh and healthy options available in Union Street Market, including fresh produce from plowshares. Our dedication to health and wellness continues in Phase 2 with the addition of a fitness facility in our ground floor retail space facing Broadway, which is right behind me here. This facility will be accessible not only to the residents of the Elex apartments, but also to campus tenants and residents of West Central and surrounding neighborhoods. Before I introduce the other speakers today, I'd like to comment on one final important initiative that our development team brought forward early on in the planning stages of Electric Works. We made a voluntary commitment to set a goal of 15% participation in the construction activities at Electric Works to be performed by minority businesses, women-owned businesses, and veteran businesses. Our region's economy is expanding and we have a lot of work to do. We are seeing growth and opportunity today unlike I've seen in my lifetime. And for us to rise up to these challenges, we need to help lift as many others to meet these opportunities and challenges for us all to be successful. I would like to thank my development partners for staying committed to this goal. Especially I want to thank Larry Wygand. His construction team at Wygand Construction has fully supported this initiative and has brought a minority co-general contractor, Pure Construction, onto the site, and together we are building a first-class priority, building capacity in our community to rise to the challenge of our growing region. Next, I would like to introduce our speakers today. First, I'd like to introduce Dr. Andrea Robinson, the City of Fort Wayne.
Thank you, Kevin. As Kevin mentioned, I am the Economic Development Administrator for the City of Fort Wayne, and it is truly my honor to stand here with you today to celebrate this important milestone in the ongoing transformation of Electric Works. My own grandparents met while working at GE, and I would like to think that they would be particularly pleased to know that the hard work that impacts so much of our city continues on this campus. Today's topping off ceremony for the Elex is a powerful reminder of what strategic investment and collaboration can do for our community. The Elex represents the next phase in Electric Works' ongoing revitalization of this historic site, and with it, we see new opportunities for residential living and spaces dedicated to education, health, and wellness. For Fort Wayne's economy, this development is pivotal. By providing modern residential spaces designed to meet the needs of all walks of life, as well as key services such as early childhood education, health and wellness center, and public parking, this development is laying the groundwork for sustained economic growth. The Elex will attract new residents, retain our city's talent, and serve as an opportunity for families and individuals alike. This is about more than brick and mortar. It's about making Fort Wayne an attractive place to live, work, and invest. The vision behind the Elex aligns perfectly with our broader goals for economic development to build a city that is future-ready, inclusive, and vibrant. The city is grateful for the partnerships that have made this moment possible, and we look forward to the continued success of this incredible project. I would like to thank Electric Works, development partners, and everyone who has contributed to making this phase a reality. Together, you're ensuring that Fort Wayne remains a city of possibilities. Congratulations to all involved, and we're excited to see how the Elex will contribute to the economic vitality of our city. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea. Next, I would like to bring up Heather Presley-Cowen to have a few comments on our housing.
Good afternoon, everyone. What a pleasure to be here in front of such an important event today. I'm going to share a few comments about housing and affordable housing in particular. For those who don't know, the region of Northeast Indiana needs about 28,000 housing units if we're going to keep up with our own market potential. And what that really means is there's less and less affordable housing that's available for people sitting on our streets. So being recognized as one of the most affordable places in the nation, comparatively, yes, but in reality, without developments like this that prioritize high quality housing and housing that is affordable to a range of incomes is critical. So when we look at Allen County alone, 31% are renters in our county. And of those renters, if I'm someone who makes minimum wage and I want to live in one of the most affordable cities in the nation, I need to work 2.4 times the average person who works that 40-hour-a-week job. So when we think about how much it costs to live in our affordable community, it's important to remember that some of us don't find Fort Wayne as affordable as other places. So to be able to live in a place like this, in apartments that will be like this, is a pleasure. The last thing I'll mention is that as we continue to develop housing, and we do it in places near our downtown or walkable to downtown in this case, it's critical that we do it in places where people who live here nearby who want to move into something that's a little less maintenance, for instance, that we're able to do that. And so this really encapsulates all of that. So what an awesome event.
I would like to bring up Patti Hayes to speak a little bit about our partnership on this project. We talked about the affordable component of these multifamily properties. About 20% of these units are affordable. Within those affordable units, we have set aside 12 units to be specifically directed to individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. So pleased to have a partner, AWS Foundation, and Patti, if you take a moment to speak on that.
Just as the sun comes out. Thank you. As Maya Angelou said, the ache for home lives in all of us. I suspect most of us, raise your hands, started in rental housing with our families. And I know I did. Across Indiana, as Heather touched on, there's a shortage of affordable and available rental homes. The need is even greater for those who live below the poverty line. But for those in our community that have a cognitive disability, the need is still even greater. For households who have a member with a disability, it's common to see that more than half their income goes to rent. Kevin talked about a third. With a disability, more than likely it's half. The shortage is so significant that we still see thousands of people with disabilities in nursing homes, when community housing, such as we see here, could be so much more preferred. In collaboration with area providers, these 12 units will provide affordable, safe housing in an integrated community setting. We're close to a CityLink line, access to possible employment at childcare, in the fitness club, and spaces behind us. AWS Foundation has been pleased to work with Biggs Development on this project and to help provide for accessible and affordable housing for more in our community. Because we know people thrive when there is safe, decent, and affordable housing. And when people thrive, communities grow and prosper. Congratulations. Thanks.
Patti. And without further ado, I would like to introduce Senator Todd Young, who has served us since 2016. He is a very strong supporter of community development as well as affordable housing. So please join me in welcoming Senator Todd Young.
Well, thank you for having me here today, and congratulations to all who are responsible for this and for all that will benefit from this, and that's every Hoosier. We should all be celebrating when announcements like this happen. I have to say, I represent 92 counties. I get invited to a number of events in each of those counties, and I have to sort of decide where I'm going to spend my time. And I've decided to spend my time here today for 3 reasons. Number one, affordable housing is a really important topic. It's increasingly important to all of my constituents, and they want me focused on this. Number two, vibrant public-private partnerships. Consistently, we see that as a recipe for community success in pulling off very ambitious projects like this one. And then lastly, transformative investments. It's because of the public, private, and philanthropic investments that are making massive impacts that allows our communities to thrive. We love the market. The market's efficient and effective, but it won't accomplish everything. And so that's where these creative partnerships come in. When I think about affordable housing, I'm reminded that in 2017, I started to work on some policy issues related to affordable housing. And back then, I have to say, it was somewhat of a lonely cause, not now. We see insufficient housing stock, we see incredible demand, and this is now an issue of national import and focus. And Fort Wayne, Indiana is leading the way in terms of making more housing more accessible, and not just housing. I've been in several LIHTC units, and I've seen the renderings of these units, and these are going to be beautiful structures. Quality of place is it's important to all of us for various reasons, but it's also some of the secret sauce to economic development. And this is going to be a high quality place for Hoosiers for coming years. Public-private partnership. These much-needed units will be made possible, those that serve people of more modest incomes, through the LIHTC program, the Low-Income Housing Tax Credit Program. This is the preeminent public-private partnership vehicle that for years has been used to build out our affordable housing. It's broadly bipartisan in supporting Congress, and I'm glad that it's been used to good effect here. I'm working hard to try and expand and strengthen this credit so that we can see more of these types of projects around the state of Indiana. I will point to this project as one of the object lessons in making this a priority. And then transformative investment. Again, I can't say it enough. This private investment is contributing to the transformation of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Already an amazing place to live, but I'm struck by the great progress this city has made in just the last few years. I commend your public, your philanthropic, and your private leaders, as well as the residents, for having the good sense to be engaged and active citizens. It takes all of that. Lastly, I'm encouraged to see an early childhood learning center here. As I travel the highways and byways of Indiana, I hear what most Americans are saying to their own U.S. senators and members of Congress, which is the average American family spends more today on child care than they do on their housing costs. So it's great that in addition to making housing more affordable for so many local residents, we're also creating opportunities for our young people to have enriching environments in which parents can put their most precious asset, their children. So thank you so much again for having me here to celebrate, and I'm excited about what comes next in this city, and I will keep signing up as your hired help to assist in those efforts in any way. God bless.
Thank you, Senator Young. Before I conclude, there's just a number of additional folks that I would like to acknowledge for their participation to make this project a reality. First and foremost, the City of Fort Wayne, your investment, commitment to this project, to the campus, goes without saying. Couldn't be done without this public-private partnership. The Fort Wayne-Allen County Downtown Development Trust was instrumental in being a vehicle to help this be accomplished as well. I'd like to acknowledge the Fort Wayne Capital Improvement Board. I'd also like to thank my partners at Ancora LNG, who do this mixed-use development work all across the country and have chosen to invest their time and their energy in their capital right here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So thank you for your commitment to our city. I'd like to thank the Indiana Economic Development Corporation. The state has been instrumental in helping make this a priority. The state of Indiana was the very first major investor in electric works back in I believe it was 18, with their investment of state tax credits. So thank you for that investment, and thank you for being committed in investing again with credits here on phase 2. I'd like to thank Indiana Housing and Community Development Authority, which is the agency that administers the low-income housing tax credit that Senator Young referred to. Really appreciate their entrusting us with delivering a project like this for the community. And I want to thank Merchants Capital for helping us syndicate those credits and converting those tax credits into dollars to be invested in this project, which leads me to a bigger thank you to Steel Dynamics for being the investor that did, in fact, at the 11th hour, invest and make a commitment to buy the tax credits that allowed this project to happen. So not only are they an incredibly important tenant of ours here on the campus, but they committed and doubled down to us their commitment here and helped us get this project completed. An important part of this capital stack also was the commercial tax increment financing, or TIF. Big thank you to Centier Bank for helping us monetize that TIF and help us get across the finish line. I also want to thank Merchants Bank for helping us with the debt and accessing the agency debt that allowed us to move this project forward. And probably last but not least, I want to thank our equity investor, M Squared, who happens to be a women business enterprise out of New York City that decided that this was a really important project for them to invest in. And they, in fact, had an impact fund specifically for projects with an affordability component like this project. So out of anywhere they could have invested their dollars, they chose Fort Wayne, Indiana to help bring this really important project to life. So on behalf of the entire development team, we're grateful for all these partners that have worked together to transform this campus from what was an eyesore into an asset that we can all be proud of. So thank you, and God bless.